की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा मैया की जय। यमुना मैया की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। ताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तां सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं हरे कृष्ण गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानो प्रिय देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3, chapter entitled as The Lord's Pastimes out of Vrindavan, text number 2. Please repeat after me. Sandipane sakrit proktam Sandipane sakrit proktam Brahmaditya savistaram Brahmaditya savistaram Tasmai tavadvaram putram तस्मै प्रादाद्वरं पुत्रं मृतं पञ्चाजनोदरात् सान्दीपने सकृत्प्रोक्तं ब्रह्मादित्या सविस्तरम् तस्मै प्रादाद्वरं पुत्रं मृतं पञ्चाजनोदरात् सान्दीपने सकृत्प्रोक्तां ब्रह्मादित्य सविस्तरम् तस्मै प्रादाद्वरं पुत्रं मृतं पञ्चाजनोदरात् सान्दीपने सकृत्प्रोक्तं ब्रह्मादित्या सविस्तरम् तस्मै प्रादाद्वरं पुत्रं मृतं पञ्चाजनोदरात् सान्दीपने सकृत्प्रोक्तं ब्रह्मादित्यसविस्तरम् तस्मै प्रादाद्वरं पुत्रं मृतं पञ्चजनोदरात्. माताजी. सान्दीपने सकृत्प्रोक्तं ब्रह्मादित्या सविस्तरम् तस्मै प्रादाद्वरं पुत्रं मृतं पञ्चजनोदरात्. Okay, word to word meaning. Sandipane of Sandipani Muni, Sakrit once only, Proktam instructed, Brahma all the Vedas with their different branches of knowledge, Aditya after studying, Savistaram in all details, Tasmai unto him, Pradat rewarded, Varam a benediction, Putram his son, Mrutam who was already dead, Panchajana the region of the departed souls, Udarat from within. Translation and purport by Krishna Krupa Murthy, Abhay Charnaravinda, Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. The Lord learned all the Vedas with their different branches simply by hearing them once from his teacher Sandipani Muni, whom he rewarded by bringing back his dead son from the region of Yamaloka. Purport. No one but the Supreme Lord can become well versed in all the branches of Vedic wisdom simply by hearing once from his teacher. Nor can anyone bring a dead body back to life after the soul has already gone to the region of Yamaraja. But Lord Krishna ventured to the planet of Yamaloka and found the dead son of his teacher and brought him back to his father as a reward for the instructions received. The Lord is constitutionally well versed in all the Vedas, and yet to teach by example that everyone must go to learn the Vedas from an authorized teacher and must satisfy the teacher by service and reward. He himself adopted this system. The Lord offered his services to his teacher Sandipani Muni, and the Muni, knowing the power of the Lord, asked something which was impossible to be done by anyone else. The teacher asked that his beloved son, who had died, be brought back to him. and the Lord fulfilled the request. The Lord is not therefore an ingrate to anyone who renders him some sort of service. The devotees of the Lord who always engage in his loving service are never to be disappointed in the progressive march of devotional service. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. Somehow, because of the non-availability of the speaker, I was made to sit here. I humbly seek all of your prayers and blessings to render a small insignificant seva, discussing few thoughts based on today's verse. Very interesting verse and very relevant verse to all of us. It is very much required in the current day. So, we have been seeing the last couple of months wherein Vidura, having traveled to all the pilgrimage places, finally in Prabhas, hearing that the Yadavas just left along with Lord Krishna and Balram, unable to accept that reality, he immediately goes to Vrindavan to have the final darshan of Lord's holy land, where he performed wonderful pastimes, where almost when sun is about to set, he happened to meet Uddhava and immediately embraces Uddhava and begins to inquire, how is Krishna, how is Balram, how is Vasudev, how is Devaki, how is Akrura, how is Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Rukmini, Satyabhama, Rukmini's children, Satyabhama's children, Jambavati's children. About everyone, all the important people of Dwaraka. Hearing all their names, Uddhava enters into trance. He was remembering Lord's pastimes in relation to all these wonderful personalities who are in Dwaraka and also the Pandavas, etc., etc. He goes into trance and after some time, after a muhurta time, he comes back and then he starts revealing the truth, saying that Krishna Dyumana Nimloche Girneshu Ajagarenana Kimnuna Kushalam Bruyat Gatasrishu Gataswaham. He says that the sun of Krishna has set, just like the sun is setting now. The entire world is covered by the darkness. What is there to talk about anybody? It's nothing. So like that, though the Supreme Personality of Godhead who was residing with us, like a family member, for some he was son, for some he was brother, for some he was cousin, for some he was husband, for some he was the elderly person like father, uncle, etc., etc. Different relationships are there along with Krishna, but everyone thought him to be one of their family member, but not the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Yadavas are the most unfortunate people who could not understand Lord's supremacy. So like that, he keeps telling so many things. As His Grace Balram Shakti Prabhu was talking about on January 1st. Why Uddhava was talking like this? All these talks are because of the pain of separation from Lord Krishna is coming out in the form of Aishwarya Jnana of the Supreme Lord. Though Uddhava is also one of the intimate associate of Lord Krishna, he was very close cousin. He was like Balramji. Just like Balramji is very close to Krishna, same way Uddhava is also very close to Krishna. He is his cousin brother actually. He is the son of Vasudeva's younger brother. But now he is telling that he is the Supreme Lord, he is this Lord, that Lord, he is the Lord of Vaikuntha, Lord of this, Lord of the Vaikuntha, Lord of the Lord of Vaikuntha, something like that, so many things. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, after seeing the universal form, Arjuna also enters into a kind of dizziness. He says, I was thinking you as my cousin, I was treating you like a brother. Sometimes I was joking with you, like saying that, oh Vasudeva, oh Yadava, oh this, oh that, all these things. But I did not know your glories. Please forgive me. I beg forgiveness from the front, from the back, from right, from left, like thousands of forgivenesses. Like that, he began to speak so many things. Because sometimes that Aishwarya Jnana comes out, either the situation like pain of separation, or when one witnesses something wonderful, something fearful. So like that, even Mother Yashoda, when she saw the entire universe within the mouth of Krishna, when Balramji and other cowherd boys complained that Krishna ate dirt, then also Mother Yashoda began to speak Aishwarya Jnana. Who am I? Who is Nanda Maharaj? I was thinking, who is Krishna? I was thinking him to be my son. What is this? Like that, she entered into a dizziness. So sometimes, once in a while, the Aishwarya Jnana will be revealed. But Lord immediately covers it. So, but in any case, here Uddhava, after talking about all these things, finally he says that, I think the demons are more fortunate than me. Because even at the time of their death, they were able to see the beautiful lotus face of the Supreme Lord, and afterward they have been to spiritual world along with the Supreme Lord. But I left behind. I am not so fortunate that I could not go along with the Lord back home, back to Godhead. I was left alone. Only out of pain of separation I was feeling like that. It is not that is real intention. But in any case, of the many questions, one of the question asked by Vidura was, my dear friend Uddhava, have been traveled to all the holy places, have been bathing all the holy rivers. Right now the season of the bathing. All over India, everyone is booking tickets when to go to Kumbh Mela, Prayag, to take bath in the Triveni Sangamam. So he was telling that, I have taken bath in all holy tirthas. Now please bathe me in the holy tirtha of Krishna Katha. So, in order to bathe Vidura in the holy tirtha of Krishna Katha, now, starting from the 25th verse of the previous chapter, Uddhava begins to narrate all different pastimes of Lord Krishna briefly, starting from his birth. How he was born, how he was taken to Gokul Mahavan, and then how he was taken care by Mother Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj, all the Vrajavasis, how he killed all the various demons sent by Kamsa, and also he performed the pastime of lifting Govardhan, the pastimes along with the gopis of Rajapanchadhyay, playing pastimes with the gopas. Like that, so many things have been mentioned. All the pastimes that Lord Krishna performed briefly, they mentioned in the previous chapter. And now, in the third chapter, we will be discussing all the pastimes that Lord Krishna performed, having come to Mathura, then also eventually having gone to Dwaraka, and also visiting Hastinapur and other pastimes, establishing Yudhishthira Maharaj, the king of the entire Jambudvipar world, we can say. And then, how the Yadavas have departed from the world. All these events will be narrated in the entire third chapter and also extended in the fourth chapter also. So yesterday, we have heard so wonderfully from His Grace Gaurav Vilas Prabhu that after visiting Mathura, how Lord Krishna delivered Kamsa. So and then he released Devaki and Vasudeva from the prison house, who were in the prison house for the last almost 11 years. It's a pretty long time. So then what happened? So in that section, the verse comes. Eventually, Lord Krishna goes to the school or gurukula of Sandipani Muni and studies all the different variety of knowledge systems. And then, after paying the Guru Dakshina, Lord Krishna returns back to Mathura. So today, we will briefly discuss what happened after Kamsa was killed after Devaki and Vasudeva were delivered from the prison cell. So these are few things that we'll try to understand from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10. There is a beautiful narration which is explained in the 10th canto, chapter 45. How Lord Krishna orchestrated various pastimes in order to secure the safety of the residents of Gokul, Mahavan or Vrindavan, we can say, and also the residents of Mathura, etc. Eventually all the pastimes will be revealed one by one. So here, there it is said that same problem. Whenever there is something wonderful happens, suddenly the Aishwarya Jnana erupts in the hearts of devotees. Kamsa, who controlled, as Prabhuji was mentioning yesterday, who defeated all the demons who are fear personified forms for devatas. Kamsa put all of them under control, but all of them were killed by Lord Krishna. No one saw it, only Gopabala saw. So even they say, no one believes. But in the midst of all the city people, the Mathura Vasis, Lord Krishna very easily killed Kamsa. It is not ordinary. That Kamsa, looking at whose form, Indra is afraid. Indra will flee away. That Kamsa very easily defeated Kuvalai Pida, who was the main, what we can say, the main armed force of Jarasandha. And Jarasandha made Kamsa, because of that fight, as his son-in-law, offering his 2 daughters. And that Kamsa is killed by Lord Krishna very easily. How? Wrestling arena is down, the place where Kamsa is sitting at the top. After killing Chanura, Mustika and other, Krishna jumped there and dragged Kamsa, threw him down. While willing and threw him down, when he fell down, he died. And Krishna jumped from there and dragged him on the ground, wrestling arena, so that everyone will understand that Kamsa is completely dead. No hope that he will again resume his life and again fight with Krishna or other things. So, hearing this news, Devaki Vasudeva might have remembered he is Lord Vishnu, who appeared in Chaturbhuja form at the time of birth. So there is full of Aishwarya Bhav. Now Lord Krishna has to nullify that and reawaken or rekindle the parental affection. For that reason, Krishna and Balram both come and fall flat at the feet of Devaki and Vasudeva, who raised them and who embraced them, who kind of shed tears. But though they are doing all these things, but they also have a reverential mood towards Krishna and Balram, because now only just now they witnessed what all happened. So then Krishna and Balram began to speak to Devaki and Vasudeva. He was telling that Nasmatto yuvayos tata nityot kantitayor api balya pauganda kaishora putrabhyam abhavan kvachit. Because of our fearfulness, we have left from this Mathura, we have hidden ourselves in a different place. As a result of that, you could not have the good fortune of witnessing our Kaumaravastha, Paugandavastha and Kaishoravastha. Matlab basically their childhood, the initial few years, which are very much cherished by every parent. The parents want to have the opportunity of raising their children, which was not given to Devaki and Vasudeva. And Krishna taking the entire blame upon himself. It is because of our, he also says that some prarabdha or something like that, we could not stay with you and give that opportunity of having to raise us through our Kaumara is 0 to 5 years, Pauganda is 5 to 10 years, and Kaishora is 10 to 15 years, normally. But in the case of Krishna, it has reduced to 3 years, 4 months. Instead of 5 years, it became to 3 years, 4 months. For the first 3 years, 4 months, where Lord Krishna was in Kaumar Avastha, he was staying in Gokul Mahavan. Then immediately they shifted to Vrindavan. Lord Krishna was born in the month of Shravana. Then after 3 years, during Diwali, on the day of Diwali, the 2 Emerald trees fell down. Damodarila happened. Immediately after that, Nanda, Upananda, they said that let us go to some other place. This place is infested with a lot of demons and they are continuously harming the children. The whole Brajavasi shifted to Vrindavan. There they stayed for another 3 years, 4 months, wherein Lord Krishna was said to be in Paugandavastha, taking care of the calves. Then, around 6 years, 8 months or 7 years, Lord Krishna and all the Vrajavasis shifted from there to Vrindavan. From Vrindavan to Nandagaon. There, Lord Krishna stayed his remaining tenure. Acharya say that Lord Krishna stayed in Nandagaon for almost 4 years. From 3 years, 8 months to 10 years, 7 months. Then during that 11th year, in the month of Chaitra, not in Chaitra, in the month of Palguna, almost when the Palguna is about to complete, on the day of Ekadashi, Narada Muni came and requested Lord Krishna, my dear Lord, now time has come to Mathura. Then he came and informed Kamsa also, you are trying to send demons here and there, trying to find out the death personified. But it is actually Krishna, who was the son of Devaki Vasudeva. So Kamsa summoned Akrura, please go and bring Krishna here. On the plea of Dhanur Yajna and also wrestling arena, etc., wrestling matches, etc. So on Dwadashi, Akrura went, he stayed there overnight, in that night. Next day early in the morning on Trayadashi, he brought Krishna and Balarama. On Trayadashi, after coming to Mathura, they travelled all over, and late in the evening, Lord Krishna broke the Dhanush. Kamsa received this Dhanush along with a condition. My dear Kamsa, always worship this Dhanush. Make sure that this Dhanush is intact. The day when this Dhanush is broken, or the person by whom this Dhanush is broken, the same person will be your Kala. So the whole night Kamsa could not sleep. Because Dhanush was broken. His death is imminent. So next day, the wrestling match took place and Lord Krishna delivered Kamsa. This all happened at the junction of Palguna and Chaitra. So during that time, that is about 10 years, 7 months. Shravan to Chaitra, you can say. So that's how these many years he was residing there. And he was telling that you did not have the good fortune of raising us. So then, it is all, Krishna is actually taking his own upon himself. Like, it is a good fortune for any parent to take care of the children. But somehow, we could not offer you that good fortune. We were afraid of Kamsa and we went to different place and we were hiding ourselves. We did not come back in due course of time. Then he says, in order to revive that parental affection from Devaki and Vasudeva, he says that Sarvartha sambhavo deho janita poshito yata na tayoryati nirvesham pitror mrityu shatayusha. A person receives this physical form from the parents, with which one can fulfill all one's desires. It is only with the body we are able to do all the activity that we are doing every day. And this body is being received by our parents. Sarvartha sambhavo deho. This deha will be helping us fulfill all the meaningful activities. Janita poshito yata. It was produced and it was taken care by the parents. Na tayor yati nirvesham. Therefore, no one can repay the debt to the parents. Whatever we are able to do is all because of this body, and this body is given and maintained by our parents. And all the credit of attaining whatever you attain in this life, it actually is due to the parents. As a result of that, no one can repay the debt that we owe to our parents. As Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto says that as soon as we are born or as we are growing in this world, we become indebted to 6 category of people. Devarshi bhutaptananam cha pitrunam nakinkaro nayam rinicha rajan. Normally, we are always indebted to these 6 people. We can never ever repay the debts that we owe to them. The Devatas who are giving us all the natural products, Rishis who are preserving and giving us all the Vedic knowledge, Deva, Rishi, Apta, all the relatives, the parents, Nranam, the human beings in general, and Bhuta, the living entities in general, and the Pitrunam, our ancestors, who preserved our family culture and all other things. We always remain indebted to the 6 category of people. We can never ever repay them. Especially among the Rishis, who also we call them as the spiritual masters. After having heard from the 4 Kumaras, Prithu Maharaj says that, E Ridrishi Gatiratma Vado. He says that we can never ever repay what you have given us. What do we have? Everything in this world is kind of already enjoyed by someone or other. If we offer that to a spiritual master, it is not a good thing. It is all jota only. There is nothing that we can offer to you. May you be satisfied with the idea that you have got the opportunity to give knowledge to someone. There is nothing. If somebody says that I can pay some guru dakshina to one's guru, it is Vinoda Patram. We cannot. So may you be satisfied with the opportunity that you are giving us the education. So like that he says. Same way, one cannot be able to repay one's debts to any of these 6 people. Then he says that Na tayor atmaja kalpa atmana cha damena cha vrittim na dadyat tam pretya swamasakam kadayantihi. He says that if having received this good opportunity from the parents, if one does not take care of such parents, if one does not provide the suitable circumstances for their well-being, after death, having gone to hell, one will eat one's own flesh for unlimited time period. Lord Krishna himself is saying, according to Dharma Shastras, if one does not take care of the parents, this is the punishment one receives after death. One is supposed to eat one's own flesh for many years. Then he says that Mataram pritaram ruddam bharyam sadvim sutam shishum gurum vipram prapannam cha kalpo abhibruhashavan mrutaha. If one does not take care of one's own Mataram, mother, Pitaram, one's own father, Vruddam, the elderly people, Bharyam, one's own wife, Bharyam Sadvim, one's own chaste wife, Sutam, children, Shishum, the disciples and all the children, Gurum, one's own spiritual master, Vipram, all the Brahmanas. Such a person, even though living, is considered to be dead. Shavan Mrutaha. Even though one may be living for a duration of 1 kalpa, that should be considered as a dead person only. Jivan Mruta. Even in the first canto, while Srila Prabhupada is explaining in one section, he says that it is the responsibility of every individual to award protection to 5 different category of entities, which includes the women, the elderly parents or any elderly people, the small kids, the children, all the variety of brahmanas who are preserving and propagating Brahmanical culture, and also mother cow. all these 5 people deserve our utmost protection. So here, other than mother cow, all the other things are included. So it is the responsibility of anyone and everyone to give protection to all these people, especially in relation to children. They need to offer protection to Mataram, Pritaram, Rudram, Bharyam, Sadvim, Sutam, Shishum, Gurum, Vipram. All these people. And also the people in general or other living in general who come to our home as guest. We say that Atiti Devo Bhava. So like something like that. So one need to take care of all these people. They say that just to console their parents, we have been wasting all our years till now, staying away from you. Please forgive us. Hearing these words, both Devaki and Vasudeva, filled with tearful of eyes, embraced them tightly and bathing them with their tear. So now, whatever that Aishwarya was there in their heart, it was completely evaporated. Now their hearts are filled with Vasalya. And they were embracing and they were cuddling and then they were kissing and then downpouring the tears. As a result of that, Krishna and Balaram were completely drenched. This is how Lord Krishna awakened their parental affection towards Krishna and Balaram. Then Lord Krishna, so here, while even in the previous chapter we saw that when Krishna spoke that, please forgive us, we could not take care of you, we could not protect you, we could not help you come out of the prison cell for these years, these many number of years. It is because of our birth you both have to suffer a lot, especially the death of your 6 sons in front of your eyes. It's all because of us. Please forgive us. With Uddhava talking about this, he was telling that Mam kedayat tetad ajasya janma vidambanam yad vasudeva gehe vrajecha vasori bayad ivasvayam purad vyavastid yedananta virya. Even though he is Ananta Virya, he is Ajanma, he took birth in the prison house. Then immediately he went away as if he is afraid of Kamsa into a incognito. And then he came back and he fell flat at the feet of his parents and then begging forgiveness, please forgive us. Out of fear of Kamsa, we fled away, not taking care of you. Remembering these things, my heart pains. Like that Uddhava was remembering those pastimes in the previous chapter. So then, Lord Krishna summoned all the Yadavas who are afraid out of fear of Kamsa, who are living at different places. They are all brought back to Mathura. And Lord Krishna made Lord Krishna made Ugrasena the king of all the Yadavas. But Ugrasena requested, my dear Lord, you should be the king. Why are you making me the king? Lord Krishna says, no, you should be the king. Then Ugrasena says that, no, how can you make me the king? According to the curse of Yayati, we should not become the kings. Let the curse be there, I am requesting you to be the king. If you become king, no devatas will do anything. As long as I am here, no one will touch you. I am here in front of you. So don't worry, without any fear, you sit on the throne and take care of the kingdom. And we are your subjects and take care of us. And Uddhava remembers that also. Natasya kainkarya malam brutanno viglapayat anga yadugrasenam tishtan nishannam parameshta dishne nabodayat deva nidayareti. The Supreme Lord, Lord of the Lord of Vaikuntha, is standing in front of Ugrasena Maharaj with folded hands, telling that, my dear Lord, kindly know this is what happened today here, this is what happened today here, this is what happened here, like that. Every day he was updating what is happening in the entire kingdom. What is this? Who is Krishna and who is Ugrasena? Like that, Uddhava was feeling so much pain. Even though he was the Supreme Lord, but he was standing in front of Ugrasena Maharaj after making him as the king, seated him on the throne. He was submitting himself as a humble, menial servant. So, like that. So, he made everything proper. But in the meantime, there is something wonderful took place. After making Devaki and Vasudeva that realized that, okay, they are the parents of Krishna and Balaram, they need to show affection toward them. The next day, Krishna and Balaram went to Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj and all the other Vrajavasis who came from Nandagaon along with Krishna and Balaram to pay taxes to Kamsa, they made their tents on the outskirts of Mathura. And next day morning, Krishna and Balram, they went directly to the tent of Nanda Maharaj. They fell flat. They are about to fall flat in front of Nanda Maharaj. But before they could fall flat, Nanda Maharaj, he kneeled himself down and took both of them near and embraced him tightly. On one side Krishna, on one side Balramji is there. And Krishna and Balramji crying, Nanda Maharaj is also crying. Because it's about 1 or 2 days, Nanda Maharaj is away from Krishna. Till now he was never away from Krishna in one sense. Now he was away from Krishna, that's why he was crying. Then Balramji begins to speak. Krishna did not speak. With Devaki, Vasudeva, Krishna spoke. With Nanda Maharaj, Balram speaks. He says that Pitari yuvabhyam snigdabhyam poshitau lalitau brusham pitaror abhyadika pitror atmajeshu atmanopihi. Actually, before that, he also says that, okay, here Balramji is telling that, oh my dear father, Pitari yuvabhyam snigdabhyam, all these years you took care of us very gently, very lovingly, very affectionately. Nanda Maharaj never discriminated that Krishna is my son, Balramji is not my son. He always treated both Krishna and Balram with equal affection. Nothing less, nothing more. And Balramji is telling now, you have taken care of us so gently, so lovingly, so affectionately. And you took care of us very nicely all these years. According to Shastra, even though one may give birth to children, but one becomes the real parents only if they take care of the children very nicely. By giving birth, one cannot become the parents. It is only by taking care of the children properly, one becomes the parents. So Balramji is telling that, in reality, you are my parents. I do not know about Devaki and Vasudeva. I never was in my mind. I was always thinking that you are my father, you are my parents. And now, if you have any thought of leaving me behind, please do not do that. I am your son. I want to be with you. So Nanda says, no, how can you say that? You cannot, don't speak like that. You are the son of Vasudeva. You have to be with Vasudeva. You cannot be without him. You cannot leave him. And you cannot come with us to Nanda, Nanda Gokul, Nandagaon. Now, somehow or other, even we cannot live without you. Somehow or other, we will make our heart like a stone and try to survive in separation from you. May you kindly stay back in Mathura. Nanda Maharaj is saying that, I will go back with Krishna and all other cowherd boys back to Nandagaon, but may you please stay here with your parents. It's after a long time you have reunited with your parents. So you should not speak like this. You should not say that you are my real parents. I don't know Nanda and Devaki and Vasudeva. Like that you should not speak. You have to stay back here. Then Balramji says that Pituror abhyadika pritir atmajeshu atmanopihi. So my dear father, please kindly listen this. You may say that you will take Krishna and go to Nandagaon, but I cannot live without Krishna. Don't think that I can stay here alone. If one moment I am separated from Krishna, I will give up my body. I cannot stay. In the history, there was a condition that when Swayambhu Manu went to the ashram of Narada Muni to call back Priyavrata Maharaj, come home and become the king. Priyavrata initially said, no, I cannot come. Then Brahmaji came and convinced Priyavrata Maharaj, come home and become the king. After Brahmaji came, Priyavrata went back home. Even today, if Brahma comes and tries to convince me, I will not stay away from Krishna. I cannot survive. If you take Krishna leaving me behind, immediately I will give up my body. I cannot survive even one moment being separate from Krishna. Then Nanda Maharaj began to, his heart is like hit by a thunderstroke. He is thinking like, Kamsa killed 6 sons of Vasudeva in front of his eyes. After long endurance of troubles, living in the prison cell for 11 more years, now finally Kamsa was killed and Balramji brought back. And now Nanda Maharaj took my remaining son also. If that remaining son also taken by Nanda Maharaj to Nandagaon, Vasudeva will die. And what Vasudeva will think? Actually, Kamsa, he killed my sons in front of my eyes. But Nanda Maharaj took away my son. Kamsa, anyway, he was like Asuric person, but Nanda Maharaj was all like my friend. So he will be more, he is like Yamaraj for me. Like that, Vasudeva might think. Nanda Maharaj was thinking, what should I do? I mean, Nanda Maharaj is like Dharma Sankat. He don't know what to do now. He cannot take Balram along with him, and he cannot leave Krishna behind. So understanding the dilemma that is happening in the heart of Nanda Maharaj, then Lord Krishna speaks. He says that, Yata yuyam vrajam tata vayam cha sneha dukkitan jnatin vo drashtum esham yo vidaya suhrudam sukam. My dear father, don't worry. May you please return to Vraja. I will stay few days along with Balrama, and we will give happiness to our parents, Devaki and Vasudeva. Then both of us will come to Vraja. Don't worry. Even if you think, you can also keep the Vraja boys along with us, the Gopa boys, so that all of us will definitely come back to Vrindavan. You don't worry. We will bring Balram also along with us, but before that, we will give some solace to Mathura Vasis, especially Devaki and Vasudeva were staying away for so long. Telling these kind words, he bade farewell to Nanda Maharaj. He sends Nanda Maharaj along with all the elderly cohortsmen and also the Gopa boys. Nanda Maharaj takes up, you don't have to stay, you come. If you stay here, Krishna says here, nice, we will stay here some more time. So all of you come back, come home, so that Krishna and Balrama will come soon to Nandagaon. Saying that, Nanda Maharaj took all the cohort boys and other cohortsmen back, he went back to Vraja. And Krishna and Balram remained in Mathura. Now, taking the opportunity, Vasudeva called Gargacharya, organized the opening ceremony of Krishna and Balram. Then sent them to Gurukula of Sandipani Muni. Because children need to be sent to Gurukul, need to be educated. So now out of Vatsalya Rasa, he is treating Krishna and Balram like ordinary children. So he is sending them to Gurukul. So both of them went to the Gurukula of Sandipani Muni, who was one of the Kashi Brahmana, made his residence in Avanti, and under his school they were studying. One of the reasons to send them to Gurukul immediately is Vasudeva was afraid. Kamsa was killed by Lord Krishna. Kamsa's mama is, Kamsa's father-in-law is Jarasandha. Jarasandha can anytime attack or try to kill Krishna and Balram. For their safety, he wanted to hide them, sending them to Avanti, far distant place. So in Avanti, in the ashram of Sandipani Muni, Krishna and Balram studied all the different variety of education systems under Sandipani Muni. Krishna is also worried. If I stay long in Avanti, Jarasandha can attack any time Mathura. So with that intention, Lord Krishna only stayed for few months, maybe 2 to 4 months during that Chatur Masya time, during which generally no one goes for war. So while Jarasandha was preparing the army, here Krishna and Balramji were studying under the gurukula of Sandipanimni during these 4 months of the rainy period. So there they studied all the different variety of education systems. Tayor dvijavratasthushta Shuddha bhavanuvrittibi provacha veda nakilam sango panishado guru. What all they studied? They studied the 4 Vedas. They studied 6 Vedangas. They studied the essence of the Vedas in the form of Upanishads. And they also studied Sarahasyam Dhanurvedam Dharma Nyaya Patam Tata Tata Chanvikshikim Vidyam Rajanitim Cha Shadvidam. They studied Dhanurveda along with all the essential secrets. And also they studied Nyaya Patam, Dharma Patam, Nyaya Patam, Dharma Shastras, Nyaya Shastras. And then they studied Anvikshikim Vidya, logic and reasoning, establishing something based on logic and reasoning. And also they studied 6 kinds of Rajaniti, how to take care of the kingdom, how to establish Sandhi, how to establish Vigraha, and then Yana, Asana, Dvaida and Samshaya. Basically, in taking care of the kingdom, they always need to establish their army. They should divide the army. Some armies to protect the country, some armies should be protecting the borders, and they should be waging war nearby kings when the kings are not religious, not patient. So like that, various aspects of politics, all these things have been taught by Sandipani Muni. And then they also learnt the 64 arts in 64 days. Every day one art. As soon as they hear from their teacher, they would remember everything without taking much time. In the Vishnu Purana it is said that there are in total 18 types of knowledge divisions. Krishna and Balram have mastered all these 18 types of knowledge divisions. What are they? Rug Yajur Sama Darvakya Vedas Chatvara Evacha. There are 4 Vedas, Rug Veda, Yajur Sama Veda. They studied all the 4. Purana Nyaya Mimamsa Dharma Shastra Cheti Api. Puranas, Nyaya Shastras, Mimamsas and Dharma Shastras. 4 Vedas and 4 more Shastras. They mastered all of them. Shiksha Kalpo Vyakaranam Niruktam Jyotisham Tata. The 6 Vedangas. Shiksha, Kalpa, Vyakarana, Nirukta, Jyotisham and Chandas. 6 kinds of Vedangas are there. They mastered all of them. And then Ayurdanur Ganartascha Shasrer Ashtadashapi Cha. Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Gana Veda, Ganar Gandharva Veda, and also Arthashastra. Like this, the 18 systems of education were learnt by Krishna and Balram within 4 months. The 4 Vedas, the 6 Vedangas, and Puranas, Nyaya Shastras, Mimamsas and Dharma Shastras, and also because they are born in the Kshatriya family, they need to learn Dhanurveda. And they also need to take care of the kingdom, they need to learn Arthashastra. In addition to that, they also learnt Ayurveda, Gandharva Veda. And also, sometimes it is also called as Stapatya. So, this is further divided into 64 kinds of arts. The details are mentioned in the Krishna book. Srila Prabhupada talks about what are the 64 kinds of arts which comes in the category of Ayurveda, Gandharva Veda and Sthapatya. When you further divide them, they come in the form of 64 kinds of arts. Singing, playing instruments, composing the shlokas, composing the story, narrating the story, and preparing the medicines, and constructing the huts, buildings, and performing agriculture, cultivating the fields, like that, all different things. They are all part of these 64 types of arts. They learnt everything in no time. Then, when it is the time to pay the Guru Dakshina, they requested their Guru, please tell us what Guru Dakshina we can offer. Consulting his wife, Sandeepa Muni requested Krishna and Balaram, please bring back my dead son. Though it is normally not possible for any ordinary children, any ordinary person to bring back the dead person, but Krishna and Balaram, since they are the Supreme Lords, they brought back the son of Sandeepa Muni. Sandeepa Muni once went onto the Yatra to Prabhas Kshetra. There, from the ocean, there is a demon, Shankachuda. He came, and Panchajana actually, not Shankachuda, Panchajana, he swallowed the son of Sandeepa Muni. Understanding that, Krishna and Balaram immediately went to Prabhas Kshetra and they stood on the bank of the ocean. When Lord Rama stood on the bank of the ocean god did not come. Lord Rama has to raise his weapon. But as soon as Krishna and Balaram stood in front of the ocean god came. He submitted, he said, oh my dear Lord, I have not taken the son of Sandeepa Muni. It was a demon who is residing in me. He took away. I am not so powerful to combat with the demon. Please forgive me for that. Lord Krishna immediately jumped in the ocean, killed that Panchajana demon. In the stomach of the demon, there is Panchajanya weapon. He took away the Panchajanya. What is that? Conch. He took that and came out and took Balaram, went to Yamaraj. Passing through all the Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatal, Patala, he went to Yamaloka. In the outskirts of Yamaloka, he blew the conch shell, Panchajanya. Hearing that sound, all the sinful people who are going through suffering in all the different variety of hellish planetary systems, they are liberated immediately. Just hearing that sound of Panchajanya conch shell. Understanding that the Supreme Lord arrived, Yamaraja immediately came out of the Samyamani, fell flat and offered obeisances and received and worshipped Krishna and Balaram and requested them, please, what was the purpose in which they have come here? They told, though it is normally not done, but please return the son of Sandeepa Muni. It is because of his prarabdha he has come here, but now it is Sandeepa Muni's request that I should return him, his son. So please give us the son of Sandeepa Muni. Immediately Yamaraj brought the son of Sandeepa Muni and offered to Krishna. And Lord Krishna took that son to Sandeepa Muni. And he requested, my dear Guru, my dear sir, please, if you have any more blessing, if you want anything else we can do, please ask. Then Sandeepa Muni said that, no, I don't want anything else. Having both of you as one's disciple, what else one can aspire for? Nothing else. Then he said, I don't want anything, but in return, I want to offer you a blessing. What was the blessing that Sandeepa Muni offered to Krishna and Balaram? Gachatam swagraham veera kirtirvamastu pavani chandamshi ayatayamani bhavantu iha paratracha. My dear sons, please return to Mathura. May your names purify the entire universe. May your fame purify the entire universe. May the knowledge remain ever fresh within you. Ayatayamam chandamsi. All the Vedic knowledge, the 18 types of knowledge that you have received, may it remain ever fresh within both of you. This was the blessing that Sandeepa Muni blessed with Krishna and Balaram. Some of the commentators of Lord Bhagavad Gita, they say that because of this blessing, the words spoken by Lord Krishna in the form of Bhagavad Gita remains ever fresh in this world. Even though 5000 years passed, still everyone respects Bhagavad Gita. Everyone worships Bhagavad Gita. And the names of Krishna and Balaram, wherever they are chanted, the entire atmosphere is immediately purified by the blessings of Sandipani Muni, who was completely satisfied having obtained Krishna and Balaram as his disciples. So this is the glory of Lord Krishna and Balaram. So in sum and substance, this is the meaning of this one verse. So with these few words, I am already late, please forgive me. We'll stop here. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda ki jai.